Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm pleased to welcome you to the Medical College of Wisconsin Green Bay White Coat Ceremony. I want to personally welcome students, their families and guests, my colleagues from the local community, as well as all of those from our campuses in Green Bay and Central Wisconsin. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us for this very special event. The White Coat Ceremony is for you, the students, your family, and friends. Please rise as the students enter. Again, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Medical College of Wisconsin, Green Bay. Please don't let the significance be lost on you today. This signals the beginning for these young physicians as they enter the physician of medicine. This is perhaps the beginning, much as graduation is the completion. And it signals an important day in your lives and in the lives of your families. In many ways, this is the moment that you dedicate your future to becoming a healer. It's meant to be a small and intimate ceremony which focuses on your transition to becoming a physician. It is the gathering of physicians to welcome you here to the profession of medicine. Later tonight, we'll include the community in a larger ceremony that is a celebration of all that you're committing to, which includes our partners in the community, friends, and guests from around the region. Our purpose this afternoon is to convey our expectations, dreams, and commitment to your future, to your success. Today marks MCW Green Bay's 4th White Coat ceremony, and as such, marks a milestone, as we've now matriculated 4 full classes of students, and the first class has graduated and moved on to residency. Today writes the first chapter in the lives of your future patients, and indeed, your future. MCW Green Bay is working hard every day to provide a cutting-edge medical education using digital classrooms and connectivity that, as we thought about the campus even 5-6 years ago, was unheard of. The learning systems we've invested in for the students makes learning more efficient, and you have the ability to tap tools that were not even available 3 to 4 years ago. As you begin, our intention is that you use these tools to realize the best efforts efficiently and successfully. Our campus represents MCW's best traditions while enhanced with the learning environment where possible through innovation and technology. The gathering of a community together around the idea of educating physicians is not unique, but it is certainly a powerful one, well supported here in Green Bay. With the mindset of innovation, we've worked to provide you with a calendar-efficient curriculum to maximize learning, reduce the overall cost of your medical education, and satisfy your scientific curiosity as you prepare to become a physician. I remind you that what you make of the opportunity entirely depends on you. Your ability to be successful comes from inside with the support of all those here today, but it is you. You are important in the equation. You will not be an observer. I hope that you will be a very active participant. No one here today, not them, not me, will suggest to you that medical school is easy. You won't hear that spoken today. Only that the reward and satisfaction for your achievement provides a professional satisfaction shared by few others in society. We've chosen you, you've chosen us, and we begin building a future with you today. I now ask Dr. Joe Kirshner, Executive Vice President, Provost, and Dean of the School of Medicine, to provide a brief historical overview of the vision, mission, and history of the Green Bay campus, as well as indeed the White Coat ceremony itself. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Joseph Kirshner.
Good afternoon. Everybody looks pretty happy up here. Raise your hand if you feel joyous. All right. For the record, that's 100%. So remember the smiles, remember the joy. The first exams are coming, so the night before that first exam, remember your smiles and your joy that you have today, and carry that with you. They gave me a whole bunch of remarks to give. Dr. Hunziker's familiar now that I almost never follow the script, so I'm not going to do that again. But I do have a few things to say to you. And one, I was charged to sort of give the history of the Green Bay campus and give the history of the White Coat ceremony, and I'm not going to give you all of that. If you want it, can we put these remarks online where they can read them someday? What I really wanted to say is, so this is my 4th White Coat ceremony at MCW Green Bay, and one is maybe drawn to saying at this point it's old hat. It's old hat. You know, we've done it 4 times. No big deal. Just keep rolling them along, right? Just keep rolling them along. I've been dean. I'm going into my 8th year as dean of the School of Medicine at MCW. So I've done this 8 times. It's really old hat, you know? Nothing special here. Another group of bright young people who are going to go out and be great physicians, but it's old hat. And so what I want you to take from my remarks, if you remember anything past 5 p.m. tonight, is that the white coat ceremony, never mind sort of the history, and it started at Columbia, and there's actually some controversy. Northwestern says they did it first, and Dr. Gold was involved in it, and he was a person who really believed in making sure you understood the characteristics of becoming a physician early on. So, you know, professionalism, empathy, humanism, all of those things. So that stuff's all important. But the thing I want you to take away from it is the privilege to be a physician. Dr. Hunziker used the word healer. Actually, that's my favorite word. The privilege that you have should never get old, should never be old hat, should never be something that you take for granted. So no matter how hard the exams are that are coming up, when you're in your residency, when you're on your 79th hour and 59th minute, right? There's an 80-hour work week now for residency. So when you're pushing into that 80th hour in the week and you're tired and you just want to go home and you wonder why you did this and you're crabby. Just remember, this is a privilege, and it should never, ever get old. 53, dean of the medical school. For anybody who cares, I still see patients. Actually, I have 3 cases scheduled for Monday in the operating room, and it just should never be old, and it isn't old for me. And I know you have a wonderful faculty, and I know that they're going to impart that upon you as well. I do want to say just a couple of things about MCW Green Bay. So I actually want to start with leadership, and leadership matters. And one of the biggest roles that I have as the Dean of the School of Medicine is I have a lot of direct reports, and I spend probably about a third of my time recruiting leaders to the Medical College of Wisconsin. And so what you're about to embark on doesn't happen by accident. And it really takes a lot of effort. And as I was searching the world, literally the world, for the leader to come to Green Bay to make this happen, Dr. Hunziker was the right choice. He was the right choice. He's an amazing leader. And I have absolutely no doubt that your experience is going to be amazing, because I know he's amazing, and I know he's put together an amazing program and adventure for you. But it's a team sport, right? So medicine today is a team sport. When we were probably going through, you'd hear things like, at least in the OR, the surgeon's the captain of the ship and all of this other stuff. Well, you don't talk about that anymore. You talk about a team, and that's actually a better way to think about it, right? So it's a team sport, and you need nurses, you need pharmacists, you need advanced practice providers, and Matt has built an incredible team. You see a bunch of them over here. So thank that team as you go along. Thank them for all of their dedication, for what they're giving to you, because it's meaningful, and they're giving up a piece of themselves to you to help you achieve your goals for the future. And then take some time today to thank your loved ones who got you here, right? So again, none of us achieves the level of success that you're having today and that you'll continue to have on our own. All of us have somebody in our lives, parents, siblings, loved ones, that have helped us to do that. So I'm going to just find one other part in my script here that I want to make sure that I don't miss. And so, again, in talking about the team, there really is no way to have such great success as we've had. And We graduated the first class this year, and 100% of the students from that first class that took the boards passed their boards, and 100% of them matched. I can tell you, actually, there are very few medical schools in the country, including our campus in Milwaukee, that have that track record of 100% passing the boards, 100% matching. So got some big shoes to fill, so don't be nervous. But it takes a team to be able to prepare people. So Bellin College, Bellin Health, Hospital Sisters Health System, the Milo Humphrey VA Outpatient Clinic really have been strong supporters. Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, Prevea Health, St. Norbert College, and the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay have all been really, really amazing in helping us to put this program together. And so I want to just thank them as well. And with that, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to be able to be with you this evening, and apologize for that. I actually have a family gathering up in Door County that I have to get back for later on this evening. So celebrate with each other, celebrate with joy, remember your joy as you go through this, and I know you're going to have promising careers and do MCW proud. I'd like to next welcome our next speaker, Dr. George Morris. Dr. Morris is the president-elect of the Wisconsin Medical Society. He'll be providing some brief remarks, and speaking of the team, the Wisconsin Medical Society has been part of the white coat ceremony for a long time here for the Medical College of Wisconsin, and are great partners for all of us here in the state of Wisconsin. Thanks.
Thank you, Dean. As the president-elect of the Wisconsin Medical Society, I'm honored here to represent 12,500 physicians and the Wisconsin Medical Society Foundation in welcoming you to the profession of medicine. It is a great milestone, and congratulations for getting here, and just don't trip on the steps as you come across. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. So the coat you get today is a gift. It's a gift from a member of our society, a physician who is sending to you and symbolizing to you your entry into this family that's centered around professionalism, around ethics and honesty and integrity. It's a symbol of the support in a support system that you will get from us as a profession, as a family. And that profession is one that I think that is incredibly important for you to recognize, that you are now part of your own support system. Because support's very important for physicians right now. There's a lot of adversity going on in medicine, and there's a lot of struggles for physicians. And it's important for you to know that you're here for one another. You have been given a great honor. You are going to become one of the best professions in the world. And now it's your responsibility not just to maintain the health and welfare of this state, because that is an important part of the mission of the Wisconsin Medical Society, but to support one another. The team, the word team, will keep coming up over and over again. It's the most important word that should resonate in your head, that you are a team. You're not competing with anyone anymore, okay? You're competing with disease. You're nurturing health. And so your responsibility in, yes, there are going to be some challenging and stressful years ahead, is going to be filled with an untold number of fabulous memories. Memories of helping people be who they wanted to be, and feeling that sense of completion, even though you're not going to have completed it, because every day, in every way, you're going to get better and better and better. The old maxim, see one, do one, teach one, is ridiculous in a sense, because every time you do it, it's going to be unique. You're going to be making a bigger effect on somebody's life. So be part of the society. Join us. Be part of our family. Take advantage of the society itself, its scholarships, its educational opportunities, the opportunity to reach out and be with other physicians, to support one another, to see the value every day in what you do is the greatest honor that you'll be bestowed. A smile, just the opportunity to see somebody return to their daily activities like nothing ever happened to them will be that thing that every once in a while catches right here. And you don't need an otolaryngologist for that. You need to just smile and move on to the next adversity, which becomes a great opportunity. Thank you very much for accepting these codes. You'll find a message in the pocket from a physician who you may actually eventually see as a mentor. You may actually reach out to them, or you may simply look back and say that you have that support. You have that person. You have this family, the family of medicine. Welcome.
We're very proud of our first class of graduates, and it is indeed my honor to welcome Dr. Matthew Wheeler to join us at the podium, speaking on behalf of the Wisconsin Marquette Medical Alumni Association. Matt, Doctor.
Good afternoon, and from myself and the rest of the alumni, I'd like to pass along our sincere congratulations. Welcome to the Medical College of Wisconsin, Green Bay. 3 years ago, I was in your very shoes, right there. Now I'm taking care of patients on the overnight shift, with a lot of help. Something happened in between where you sit and I stand today, and while I can't say that I'm jealous or I would do it all over again, you are about to embark on an amazing journey. I think I learned a lot in those 3 years, even if I don't remember it all. But I would like to impart a few things that I do remember. The first is this: you're not alone. Look at the 24 other people surrounding you. Remember that you're all going to work hard. You're all going to have weaknesses, and the results are not going to be the same. The implication of that is that you need to be able to show grace to yourselves and to each other. Ask for help, but more than that, ask if your fellow student needs help. Share your resources, collaborate, and it will come back to you in the end, I promise. The second piece of advice I have for you is sadly that you are alone. Now wait a moment. Didn't I just get done saying that you're not alone? What I mean by this is that you cannot always determine your circumstances, but you alone can determine your reaction to them. There will be bumps in the road on your journey here. There will be surprises and there will be frustrations. Don't take it out on the staff. The wonderful education coordinators who are here and who you've met are able to solve many problems and work miracles, but they cannot fix your attitude. So be nice, be their friends. It's as simple as that. And finally, just another reminder that you are not alone. You've got some wonderful alumni, if I do say so myself. We care deeply about this campus and its students. And while we may not be the best people to offer advice on what questions are going to be on your very first Molecules to Cells quiz, if you have anything else you need, someone to walk you through considering specialties, or even a tragedy like losing a loved one right before a test week, any one of us would welcome an unannounced email, a call, or a text. Just ask Jennifer, she'll get you in touch with us. And with that, I'd like to encourage you to take advantage of the summer. It's a special time. I remember it quite fondly. Go to the Nights on the Fox concerts right here at St. Norbert. Check out the farmer's market. Head to the beach and start building those relationships that are going to last a lifetime. And for goodness sake, in the immortal words of fellow MCW alumnus, Dr. Aaron Rodgers, 5 letters here, just for everybody out there in Packerland, RELAX. Thank you and congratulations.
Thanks, Matt, and thanks for playing today. We've been the benefactors of, or the beneficiaries of Matt's terrific musical talents many times, and thanks again for helping us out today. I want to take a few moments and offer a few words of thanks, but I would ask that the upperclassmen please stand, the 2s, 3s, and 4s. I'll ask for your commitment to help the new M1 students, much as we ask those who were in the first class and the second class. We've worked hard together to bring the school together. It's imperfect some days. There are days we have to work out a problem, a solution to something, but they need your help. You're now the experts. You have the answers to many of the questions they ask: what book to buy, what resource to use, how much did you study for that? You've been critical to the success. For those of you who are now second years, they stood before, offered you some advice, tutored your classes. They need your help now. The M1s are here. They are really expecting the enthusiastic start of the school, not yet acquainted with the realities of a difficult curriculum in an accelerated program. It'll be your responsibility, I hope, to mentor them, provide guidance and counsel, but also comfort, and embrace them as they grow as physicians. Your pioneering spirit has been a part of the campus from the very beginning, from Matt's class all the way until now. I asked each one of you, are you ready to work to become physicians? You've helped those who followed after you, and now we'll start that task again. As I've asked over and over, I need you to continue the focus on success, but I need you to befriend the new students and mentor them in only a way that a peer can. That's what I need from you. I promise the faculty, my staff, and will continue to work every day and strive for excellence and care about those coming after you, but I need you to care as well, without exception, about them. I need you to help to continue to build the tradition of acceptance, excellence, and commitment that each of you have been a part of thus far. You stand here as students further along in the training. That's meaningful, but it comes with responsibility. Progressively, when you were an M1, you were just really glad to be here. Now, you operate at the side with other physicians, you round on patients, you're beginning to write orders. All of that comes with responsibility, and I ask that you take up this responsibility as well. Long days, late nights, imperfection at times, but you've helped create a culture of determination, excellence, and compassion, and acceptance. Now I need you to share that with the incoming class. While you continue to lead the way, help us ensure that the community affection, the sense of purpose, and devotion continue to be the culture of the campus as this next class starts. I know each of you and have watched you grow. Please renew your commitment and continue to develop the confidence, competence, and professionalism you've shown us thus far, and please instill that in the new students where possible. Please join me in recognizing the upperclassmen. You may be seated. As Dr. Kirshner referenced in his remarks earlier, the tradition of the white coat ceremony, hey, you were supposed to reference that in your remarks. Oh. Has been attributed to Dr. Arnold Gold by some people, who believe that healthcare professionals, including medical students, must strive to provide compassionate, collaborative, and scientifically excellent patient care. The vision of the Arnold Gold Foundation is to ensure that care and respect always govern the patient-doctor relationship. Each year, MCW students are invited to nominate their peers for selection to the Gold Humanism Honor Society. This society recognizes individuals who are exemplars of humanistic patient care and those who serve as role models, mentors, and leaders in medicine. This afternoon, I am pleased to recognize 3 M3 students who were nominated by their peers and selected by a committee of the MCW faculty for induction into this prestigious society. They will join the ranks of healthcare professionals nationwide who have shown extraordinary commitment to humanism in medicine. I would ask the following students to come forward and to receive their society pin and take the oath for the Gold Humanism Society. Robert Becker, Tylen Magnuson, and Lauren Thomas. Okay, ready? I pledge by all that I hold dear as a physician, this is you. I pledge by, we should have printed this, I think. I pledge by all that I hold dear as a physician, I will care for my patients with compassion, respect, empathy, integrity, and clinical excellence. I will listen to my patients with my whole being. I will advocate for each patient as a unique individual. I will serve as a role model and mentor. And will promote humanism in healthcare. I will remember always the healing power of acts of caring. I will dedicate myself to joining with others to make healthcare optimal for all. Congratulations. In addition to recognizing students, MCW also recognizes staff or faculty members who strive through scholarship and example to instill in their students humanistic aspects of medicine. Today, we recognize Dr. Craig Henke, Assistant Dean of Curriculum, selected by his peers for efforts in this capacity. Craig, please come forward to be recognized. Today's a special day, not only for MCW as an institution, but for each of you who has made a choice to dedicate your lives to become a physician. The profession of medicine is still a very noble profession. You'll become a confidant, a healer, a scientist, and friend to your patients. At many times, they will be well. At times, they will be sick. And sadly, in some cases, at the end of the science, you will provide only comfort to them. Through the ages, each of the words to describe the role of physicians are a bit incomplete to describe the actual life, works, and elements of the profession you are committing to. Be assured, much challenge, growth, and learning is in your future. Today, you set your feet on a path to take the first steps in that journey. The traditions of medicine extend from antiquity, and they remind us not only of our past, but point us to the future. I certainly cannot tell you what the practice of medicine will be 25 years from now, what you'll be doing in your practice, how you'll be practicing, only that it'll be exciting for you. New knowledge constantly expands the boundaries of medicine. We are all seeking to heal, but we all remain vigilant to first do no harm to our patients. As diagnostic methods and treatments advance, we know one thing for certain. Beyond the science, the profession of medicine, and the ability to relieve suffering, strive for cure and comfort those facing very difficult personal challenges, lies with you. You, today, become the critical ingredient. MCW students are called to service, whether you're a student who finds himself at the bedside in Green Bay or on a trip on an elective around the world. The mission is to serve our patients. To be a physician in its purest form, you've heard me say it earlier this week, is one human with science knowledge, working with compassion to benefit another. Please never forget that during your training or in your future practice. Today begins that journey of giving of yourself, a form of caring and concern for humanity that perhaps has not been a part of your life in the measure in which you commit today. Today you're here because you've chosen to stand in the midst of human suffering and give of your time, your strength, and your intellect. Be assured, you are running towards the fires of humanity, not away. There is no shortage of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and the many other diseases you will treat in your career. This is, indeed, perhaps the most difficult task you have ever set out to complete. At the recommendation of the Admissions Committee and the faculty of MCW, you begin your journey in just a few moments. The physicians in this room, they represent those who've gone before you. As I look across their professional lives, it bears witness to the service to humanity. They represent a few of the people who will teach you to equip and serve others. Around the community today, people are caring for patients. Many of them are also your teachers, but are not with us today. They're doing double duty because the students are here. The ceremony is kept small for a very important reason. The ceremony is not just a rite of passage. It is the recognition that you've achieved success in your studies and distinguished yourselves worthy to enter the profession of medicine. You were selected by the Green Bay community through the unique interview process in which the conversation was about you, your accomplishments, and where you're headed. We believe that is superior in selecting the character of a physician in addition to just the knowledge elements. In a few moments, you will receive a white coat, the symbol of a physician's student. You are becoming a part of a healing and service legacy that extends back to the earliest days of civilization. It spans all cultures, all religions, all beliefs, and it is meaningful, and it comes with a duty to do your best, to care for others. Today, that journey of knowledge and service, we will reflect a bit. I've asked today's speakers to provide us with selected readings that illustrate the traditions of medicine, as well as a bit of your personal reflections you recorded earlier this week as you embark on the journey. I would like to invite Dr. Shiloh Ramos to the podium to provide a reading of the modern version of the Hippocratic Oath. Shiloh.
Thank you, Dean Hunsaker, for this kind introduction. And thank you all for being here today and for inviting me to be a part of your ceremony. I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome and congratulate the incoming class of medical students. It is indeed truly an honor to be a part of your white coat ceremony. Today, I have the further honor to recite to you all today the Hippocratic Oath. But before I do that, I want to impart to you a brief background information in regards to it. Hippocrates was a Greek physician born on the Greek Isle of Kos in 469 BC, and he is considered one of the most outstanding figures in the history of medicine. And as a testament to him, his code of ethics and good moral behavior has endured through the centuries. Yet, over the years, there have been some modifications to this oath. In 1948, the World Health Association adopted a downsized version of the oath called the Declaration of Geneva. Then, in 1964, Dr. Louis Lasagna, Dean of the School of Medicine at Tufts University, revised the declaration, and thus the modern version of the oath took form. Now, that was the form of the oath that was taken by all physicians when they started their career right up until just a little over a year ago. Because in fact, in October of 2017, they modified the oath once again. And they actually changed it to calling it the Physician's Pledge. And so it is that modern version, or otherwise known as now the Physician's Pledge, that I will read to you today. And it is as follows. I do solemnly swear by that which I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick and the well, to the utmost of my power, that I will hold myself aloof from wrong, from corruption, from tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients and the prevention of disease, that I will give no drug, perform no operation for a criminal purpose, far less suggest it, that whatsoever I shall see or hear, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things I do promise, and in proportion as I am faithful to this my oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine. The opposite, if I shall be forsworn. And so that concludes the Hippocratic Oath, or the more modern version of the Physician's Pledge. And with that, I would like to take this opportunity once again to congratulate you, the incoming class of medical students. You are all in for a wonderful journey. And thank you all again for the opportunity to be part of this special day. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiloh. I appreciate that. I now welcome Dr. Katrina Roscolet, alumna of the MCW Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences and one of our faculty. She'll present the Oath of Maimonides, recognizing the many traditions that form the fabric of medicine. Katrina?
Good afternoon and welcome. I have for you the Oath of Maimonides, and Maimonides was a 12th century physician and philosopher. The eternal providence has appointed me to watch over the life and health of thy creatures. May the love for my art actuate me at all times. May neither avarice nor miserliness, nor thirst for glory or for a great reputation engage my mind, for the enemies of truth and philanthropy could easily deceive me and make me forgetful of my lofty aim of doing good to thy children. May I never see in the patient anything but a fellow creature in pain. Grant me the strength, time, and opportunity always to correct what I have acquired, always to extend its domain, for knowledge is immense, and the spirit of man can extend indefinitely to enrich itself daily with new requirements. Today, he can discover his errors of yesterday, and tomorrow he can obtain a new light on what he thinks himself sure of today. O God, thou hast appointed me to watch over the life and death of thy creatures. Here am I, ready for my vocation, and now I turn to my calling. Congratulations to the incoming alums.
I now invite Jennifer Haluzek, MCW Green Bay Student Services Manager, to the podium to present reflections from the students, which will lead into the presentation of white coats. Jennifer?
This past Monday evening, we held a mixer for our class of 2021. During that event, we asked them to pause for a minute to capture their thoughts as they sat poised to launch into the next phase of their journey to becoming physicians. After collecting these reflections, I selected a sentence or two from each to weave into one narrative. Much like these 25 individual voices will together create the story of the MCW Green Bay class of 2021. What follows is a compilation of the thoughts of these 25 individuals. Well, it's here and it's about time. If you would have told the past you that someday you'd be writing a reflection on your first day of medical school, the younger you wouldn't have believed it. But here we are, about to begin a journey that's going to change you for the rest of your life. I feel excited, anxious, and nervous, but prepared for this moment. I've pictured this day 100 times. I imagined what I'd wear, where I'd sit, what I would say, and how I would feel. And then the day came, and all I could really be was myself. I think I felt this way from the moment I interviewed in Green Bay on that cold, dark November day. I felt like myself, and I believed I could make myself a home here in De Pere. I sit here in a strange new city on a gorgeous campus, surrounded by beautiful and kind, like-minded people, and I'm afraid. I'm nervous that everyone is coming from such different backgrounds, and I can't help but question if I'm good enough. I still feel like it's a fluke that I'm sitting here. I feel excitement, nervousness, a balance of doubt that I'm trying to outweigh with confidence. This fear is reminiscent of when you ask a pretty girl out. It celebrates everything you've already achieved, and yet it's the realization that much more work lies ahead. I kind of feel like at the beginning of a cross-country race, scared, excited, knowing that it's going to be painful. Yet I always competed, always endured, and the feeling of reward at the end always made it worth it. The journey to this goal was not always clear. It certainly wasn't perfectly linear. However, I'm so happy and relieved to finally be here. One day, my physician looked at me and said, "Why aren't you a physician?" I had a million excuses ready, a million reasons why I wasn't good enough or strong enough or smart enough. And for the first time, I heard them for what they were. The hardest part of this journey was believing in myself when it seemed like everything around me was going wrong. Today, I feel like that part is over. I no longer have to be the only one believing in me. Although I have some fears and anxieties for the next 3 years, my heart is too full of excitement and thankfulness to dwell on any negatives. As I walked in this morning, I was home. I was finally in a place where my peers' drive and aspirations matched mine. I am home. I can already tell that this school is where I belong, where I will grow and flourish into a well-rounded, educated physician. I admire those that have done this before me, who have inspired me, and who will lead me on my path. I look forward to these 3 amazing years with my fellow classmates, whom I already consider friends. I can already see that I will have an amazing cohort that will be invaluable to my success here at MCW. I am humbled by the fact that it is an absolute honor and privilege to be selected to attend such a prestigious and welcoming community at MCW Green Bay. I'm confident that the MCW Green Bay staff will get us to where we want to go. I cannot wait to make incredible friends and learn so much, but most importantly, I'm excited because I know this journey, although it will be tough, will transform me into an even stronger and more compassionate person. I'm excited to learn from everyone else. I'm also excited to be in a community that is so excited to have us here. I think the next 3 years will be some of the best of my life. Tomorrow is a chance to learn. The next day, perhaps a chance to apply what I've learned. But each day is an opportunity to prepare for the ultimate, the privilege to positively impact the lives of others. Throughout my preparation for medical school, my community has helped guide me and support me in times of triumph and times of strife. Today, I feel extremely grateful that soon I will be able to give back to my community as a physician. I want to become the best. I need to remind myself that I have been given the tools to succeed. I cannot wait to put my talents to use in the community and to build supportive networks along the way. I hope we all choose to accept, value, and respect one another and understand that we can only truly succeed by lifting one another up. To quote High School Musical, we're all in this together. And in the end, we'll help each other succeed to become the knowledgeable and compassionate physicians we dream of being today. Life loves to throw curveballs, and I know there will be moments of doubt, anxiety, great stress, and fatigue. But with the support system of friends, family, and fellow students, I know that I can persevere. There will probably be tears of frustration, but also of joy. Some people, upon hearing the news that I got into MCW, congratulated me because I accomplished my goal. However, the true goal of learning and education isn't about passing a test or getting into medical school. It's about learning the knowledge necessary so you can lead a life dedicated to caring for others in medicine. I will have late nights and early mornings, too much coffee and not enough sleep. I won't remember why I started this journey to begin with, but I will also help deliver a child into this world. I will hold a patient's hand as they receive the news that their cancer is terminal. I will listen as a patient tells me about their struggle with depression. And these things will make it all worthwhile. For now, I'll just live the dream. At this time, I would like to welcome our coders to the stage. Dr. William Ben, Dr. Molly Kleiman, Dr. Cindy Lasecki, Dr. Saeed Asef, Dr. Robert Guthrow, Dr. David Rentmeester, Dr. Dave McCarthy, Dr. Scott Nelson, Dr. Jane O'Neill, Dr. Colette Salm-Schmid, Dr. Laura Vogel-Schwartz, Dr. Lily Liu, and Dr. Morgan Warfield. I would now like to ask the students to come forward individually and be coded. We asked each student to provide us with a few names of people who have supported them on their pre-medical journey as they take this next important step in their career. Osaid Raja Assad. Osaid is being coded by Dr. William Ben. Osaid is from Jerusalem and earned his undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Osaid was supported in his journey to medical school by his fiancée, Tasneem Amro, his father, Raja Assad, his mother, Reem Assad, his siblings, and his in-laws. Patrick D. Best. Patrick is being coded by Dr. William Ben. Patrick is from Wheeler, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Stout. Patrick was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Heather and Jason Best, his grandfather, Jim Blackburn, and his mentor, Dr. Alexandra Hall. Megan Carney. Megan is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Megan is from Denmark, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from St. Olaf College. Megan was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, Michael and Lynn Carney, her siblings, brother and sister-in-law Andrew and Alex, and sister Shannon, and her boyfriend, Matthew Boker. Brittany Jurus. Brittany is being coded by Dr. Saeed Asef. Brittany is from Greenville, Wisconsin, completed her undergraduate degree at St. Norbert College, and completed her pre-medical studies at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Brittany was supported in her journey to medical school by her husband, Liver Jurus, and her mother, Roxanne Moorhead. Nicholas Gibson. Nicholas is being coded by Dr. Robert Guthrow. Nicholas is from De Pere, Wisconsin, and completed his undergraduate degree at Carroll University. Nicholas was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Chris and Carol Gibson, his sister, Chloe Gibson, his fiancée, Megan Santi, and his mentor, Dr. Hamid Sadati. Emily Gunnering. Emily is being coded by Dr. David Rentmeester. Emily is from Little Chute, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. Emily was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, John and Julie Robinson, her husband, Eric Gunnering, her siblings, Maddie, Hannah, and Drew, her grandparents, Dan and Jermaine von Boxtel, and her mentors, Dr. Nathan Bowling and Dr. Todd Meyer. Timothy Guthrie. Timothy is being coded by Dr. William Ben. Timothy is from Geneva, Illinois, and completed his undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Timothy was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Karen and Dan Guthrie, and his fiancée, Julia Camp. Andrew Jarzin. Andrew is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Andrew is from Las Vegas, Nevada, and completed his pre-medical studies at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Andrew was supported in his journey to medical school by his family and friends and his mentors, Dr. Michael Madden, Dr. Iris Torres, and Dr. Jose Leyva. Jenna Lent. Jenna is being coded by Dr. Cindy Lasecki. Jenna is from Ladysmith, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Jenna was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, Jeff and Holly, her sister and brother-in-law, Kayla and Seth, her boyfriend, Spencer, and all of her aunts, uncles, and cousins. Sarah Matlob. Sarah is being coded by Dr. Robert Guthrow. Sarah is from Delafield, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at Marquette University. Sarah was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, Sundis and Hatham, and her brother, Sammy. Connor McCarthy. Connor is being coded by his father, Dr. Dave McCarthy. Connor is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and completed his undergraduate degree at Drake University. Connor was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Dave and Patty McCarthy, and his sister, Kara McCarthy. Emma Meets. Emma is being coded by Dr. David Rentmeester. Emma is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at St. Norbert College. Emma was supported in her journey to medical school by her mother, Chris Meets, her grandfather, Silas Meets, and her grandmother, Karen Meets. Abudi Monir. Abudi is being coded by Dr. William Ben. Abudi is from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and completed his undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Abudi was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Mohammed and Abir Monir, his grandmother, Nadia Katab, his siblings, Ibrahim, Retta, and Yasmin, his girlfriend, Elizabeth Matta, and his girlfriend's parents, Rob and Julie Matta. Jamie Nelson. Jamie is being coded by his father, Dr. Scott Nelson. Jamie is from Hudson, Wisconsin. He completed his undergraduate degree at the University of St. Thomas. Jamie was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Jerry and Scott Nelson, his brother, Zach Nelson, his grandparents, Jerry and Roberta Nelson, and his extended family. Sean O'Neill. Sean is being coded by his mother, Dr. Jane O'Neill. Sean is from Prior Lake, Minnesota, and completed his undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Sean was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Jane and Kevin O'Neill, his wife, Reese O'Neill, his friend, Reed Johnson, and his mentors, Kim Day and Dorian Dorado. Nicole Petka. Nicole is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Nicole is from Sobieski, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at Queen's University of Charlotte. Nicole was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, Rick and Sylvia Petka, and her mentors, Dr. Patricia Koplis, Dr. Andy Tucker, Dr. Greg Pillar, and Dr. Michelle Shaw. Britt Plato. Britt is being coded by Dr. Cindy Lasecki. Britt is from Muskego, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at Marquette University. Britt was supported in her journey to medical school by her husband, Mark Plato, her grandmother, Patricia Guzman, her grandmother, Janice Dresden, parents, Scott Dresden, Sarah Dresden, and Kimberly Jackson, and her sisters, Erica, Izza, and Peyton. Kristen Rose. Kristen is being coded by her friend, Dr. Colette Salm-Schmid. Kristen is from De Pere, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at the University of St. Thomas. Kristen was supported in her journey to medical school by her husband, Frank Rose, her mother, Colleen Murphy, and her father, Brent Tischer, and her in-laws, Beth Jensen and Bruce Rose. Brittany Rupp. Brittany is being coded by Dr. William Ben. Brittany is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at St. Norbert College. Brittany was supported in her journey to medical school by Diane and Michelle Scott, Amber and Andrew Rupp, Dr. Eric Brecky and his wife Susie, Riley Scanlon and his parents Tom and Christina, and her friends. Alexander Schwartz. Alexander is being coded by his mother, Dr. Laura Vogel Schwartz. Alexander is from De Pere, Wisconsin, and completed his undergraduate degree at Carthage College. Andrew was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Robert Schwartz and Laura Vogel Schwartz, his siblings, Anna and Ryan Schwartz, and his grandparents, Robert and Mona Schwartz, and Barbara and Edward Vogel. Caitlin Soxie Sonnentag. Caitlin is being coded by Dr. David Rentmeester. Caitlin is from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Caitlin was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, Sarah and David, and her brother, Davey. Nathan Steidel. Nathan is being coded by Dr. Robert Guthrow. Nathan is from Lena, Wisconsin, and completed his undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin-Stout. Nathan was supported in his journey to medical school by his mother, Lisa Steidel, his father, Rob Steidel, and his stepmother, Tricia Steidel. Nigel Trudeau. Nigel is being coded by Dr. Molly Kleiman. Nigel is from Monroe, Wisconsin, and completed his undergraduate degree at the University of Wisconsin, Green Bay. Nigel was supported in his journey to medical school by his parents, Ron and Molly Trudeau, his grandparents, Roger and Jean Zimmerman and Carol Trudeau, his brother, Cody, and his significant other, Destiny Kalma Burling. Shelby Lynn Van Rossum. Shelby is being coded by Dr. Cindy Lasecki. Shelby is from Freedom, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at St. Norbert College. Shelby was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, John and Lisa Van Rossum, her brother, Mason Van Rossum, her boyfriend, Riley Hacker, her mentors, Dr. David Honeycutt and Dr. Deborah Anderson, and her friends. Jessica Warfuel. Jessica is being coded by her parents, Dr. Lily Liu and Dr. Morgan Warfuel. Jessica is from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and completed her undergraduate degree at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Jessica was supported in her journey to medical school by her parents, Morgan Warfuel and Lily Liu, her partner, Kevin Hoffman, her siblings, Ryan and Erica Warfuel, the Luther family, and the Tanner family.
You may be seated. Thank you. Please join me in welcoming the new physician students to the profession. That white coat will never feel as good as it feels right now. You've taken up the responsibility to care for others and serve others, and to be part of the team that cares about humanity in a unique and different way, and we're excited to have you as part of that. While the medical school and faculty share the enthusiasm this day, certainly you and your families share that enthusiasm, there is a team that we've counted on along the way in this community to build the school. The greater Green Bay community shares that enthusiasm and has been key to our building of the school and offering the program here. Carmen Lemke is the manager of community relations and contributions for Wisconsin Public Service Corporation. WPS and the team there have been partners of ours since the very beginning. Carmen is extremely active in the community. She serves on numerous nonprofit boards as a dedicated supporter of education at all levels. Through her and her team's work, the WPS Foundation generously supports our medical students' technology needs at the Green Bay campus by providing access to cutting-edge software packages for preparation for board exams and clinical experiences. Without the support of WPS, we would not have pioneered the use of the software here on the campus, nor would it have been available to our students. It is for this reason I've asked Carmen to give a little remark about the community's participation in the ceremony and in your education. Carmen?
Well, thank you, Dean Hansecker, faculty, and staff. A special thank you to my friend and colleague, Tanessa Klug, the Director of Development here at the campus, for the invitation to be joining you today in the White Coat Ceremony. I am truly honored to be with you today as a representative from the greater Green Bay community and from the Wisconsin Public Service Foundation, as I extend a grateful and warm welcome to the class of 2021 and to their guests. In my role as Foundation Administrator, I am privileged to help orchestrate community partnerships between my company and organizations in the community where we provide natural gas and electricity. Just like MCW Green Bay, my company values community partnerships and working together to find creative solutions to address community needs. We do this because we believe that Northeast Wisconsin is a great place to work, live, and raise a family. And to that regard, our charitable foundation has invested nearly $600,000 annually for health and human service initiatives. The physical and emotional well-being of our community is a measure of the health of the community as a whole. Therefore, we support the efforts like MCW Green Bay and also the Central Wisconsin campus. And as Dr. had mentioned already, our foundation has supported specifically here the Osmosis program. The Osmosis analyzes coursework and intelligently recommends personalized quizzes, reminders, videos, and reference articles. It can help create a fully customized exam study schedule to help students prepare efficiently and effectively in accelerated curriculum. So we're happy to make this investment to help ensure your success here at the college. I look forward to seeing more medical students learn and thrive here in Green Bay. The early clinical experiences you gain and the community connections you make will be invaluable and unique. The school collaborates with regional academic and healthcare partners and prides itself on being a community-integrated medical school. During the next 3 years, you will gain a first-hand perspective of community health needs. You will work side by side with local hospitals, clinics, physicians, public health departments, and even area school districts to apply your knowledge. That work is very important. Health concerns are rising in Green Bay. A recent study indicates that the quality of health care, drinking water, and air are positives, and that teen birth rates are also declining. That is all good news. However, large portions of the population are overweight or obese. The Alzheimer's death rate is above the Wisconsin state average. Binge drinking rate is among the highest in the nation. And domestic abuse and violence is growing concern for community leaders. As part of your community projects, you may have opportunities to further study these issues and how they impact the overall health and well-being of society. As a parent of 2 daughters, actually I have 3, but 2 daughters who are pursuing careers in healthcare, one is a pharmacist and one is a nurse, I know the support that you've received here so far from your family and friends has been instrumental in getting you to this point in your educational careers. And now that you've arrived, this community will support and embrace you as well. You will be given hands-on clinical experiences and the community will become your lab. I encourage you to take advantage of all these opportunities and to create your own. Your MCW experience will no doubt embody the combined spirit of compassion, humanities, and scientific excellence that you bring with you today. In closing, again, I thank Dr. again for his vision for bringing MCW to Green Bay and Central Wisconsin. We look forward to continuing to work with you and the students. And to the students, best wishes as you join with family and friends to celebrate your accomplishments today as you begin this remarkable journey to becoming physicians. And I look forward to connecting with you in the community. Congratulations.
At this time, I would ask that the M1s join me at the stage and face the audience, please. Nothing about this day is accidental. You are here because people believed in you, invested in you. Your teachers worked so that you could be the best, so that you could achieve and be here today. We would be remiss if we did not take the opportunity to acknowledge the friends, families, and significant others that have provided you with the support to be standing here today in a white coat. Each of us who is a physician, we owe a debt of gratitude to family members, loved ones, our teachers, our mentors, and to our patients. It is a debt we never fully repay. Their support, their courage, their love, their endurance is a testament for their love for us as individuals, and the sacrifices they make with us to care for others are not lost. We're asking now that your families and those who are a significant part of your lives affirm that they will sustain your spirit with love and support. We will ask them, will they commit to supporting the sacrifices you will make while becoming a physician? Will they remind you of this day in the hardest times by speaking words of kindness when you need it most? And when the demands of your duties as a physician and the balance you seek in your professional life intersect in conflict, will they provide you with an encouragement and affection? To the families and significant others assembled here today, I would ask you to signify your affirmation for these 25 by telling your student, we will. We will. I'm confident that the 25 of you are the embodiment of our hopes for the next generation of physicians in Green Bay and across Wisconsin. Congratulations, student doctors. We are proud to welcome you to the profession of medicine as we conclude the white coat ceremony. This concludes our ceremony. I would ask you to please remain seated until the students have exited. You may then meet your student at the back of the room. We look forward to mingling with you at the student welcome this evening. I would encourage all of you to take a card at the back with directions to the Botanical Gardens. As we close, I would also remind you that Main Street, if you're familiar with downtown De Pere, is closed. You may wish to take Grant Street all the way out to avoid the construction area. It can be difficult to navigate. Again, please join me in welcoming the students.
Yeah, it was well done. Thank you. Congratulations. Everything's going okay? Yeah, good.